Well, hello, greetings, 1050, Oakland University, right, 1050, WRT, I kind of put those together. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but anyway, welcome to week 3, again, we're back. I'm going to talk more specifically a little bit about this week's kind of assignments, kind of what we're thinking about. Hope you are enjoying the, one of my second to rhetoric. I enjoy thinking about logical fallacies and so the fun part about logical fallacies is getting to realize this is really where we really give us an opportunity to really get into analysis in our rhetoric analysis paper. And I know I mentioned this in a previous video. Think about that this analysis, recall, is an argument. We're going to argue about the strengths or weaknesses of someone else's argument. And of course, we'll use things that we learned about last week about context, the rhetorical situation. We think about the rhetorical situation, recall, there's a speaker, there's an audience, there's a text, and then everything is kind of like within a context. There's a purpose, all right? Something is taking place in this communicative event. So we analyze that too, right? And then ethos, pathos, logos. Now we're going to add this week, what about fallacies? What about the logical progression, right? The order of things, the organization of it, and what are the premises? Are there any what are the logical fallacies? What is the argument type that the speaker, author is employing, the rhetor, that the rhetor is using? And are they making certain assumptions, right? Are they looking at logical fallacies, or are they committing a logical fallacy and perhaps don't even necessarily realize it or know it? So this is kind of fun to do. So hope you enjoy that, that part of it. So I know that you've probably clicked on hopefully some of these, but we'll take a quick look at the Purdue OWL. Notice I encourage you to use the Purdue OWL. I use it all the time. It's almost always open somewhere on my screen or on a computer somewhere or on my tablet or my phone. It's a great source. So fallacies, common errors in reasoning have undermined your logic of your argument. Right. So if we see this a lot, we do this quite frequently. We're probably all guilty of it. What helps us get away from that and to think about our argumentation differently, beyond just being able, for the purpose of the rhetorical analysis, it's beyond just being able to say, hey, you have committed a logical fallacy. It's also to help us think about when we're arguing, and it helps about when we're thinking about making a point, or if we get into a debate with somebody concerning any of the issues that we face, especially in an election year. We're trying to learn these to avoid making those fallacies, right? Stay off the slippery slope. Don't make the hasty generalization, right? Don't commit the fallacy of equivocation or whichever one that you happen to be looking at. Did I commit a red herring? Things like that. So this is what's important, and why it's also important beyond the fact of why we're writing for a rhetorical analysis, and just it's not so much only to point out in others, but also for us to realize we don't commit those same fallacies as we write this research proposal, as we write the rhetorical analysis, as we then begin to explore writing in our field, and as we think about making presentations or anything that we decide to do that's communicating something that we want someone else to understand, that we're not in the illogical fallacy arena. We'll stay out of there. So this here gives us a lot of the top 10, if you will. The other videos obviously help us expand on those kind of more in a kind of different way, right? It's in a different mode of media driven, but I think most of them will have some of the same type of fallacies. So the either or, ad hominem is a big one this one that we see a lot, especially this time of year, right? We see all the political ads, right? And they commit this all the time. This is an attack on the character of the person rather than on his or her opinions or arguments or something along those lines, right? And then of course, as you can maybe even tell, Greenpeace's strategies aren't effective because they are all dirty, lazy hippies. Not only is that an ad hominem, but I might also encourage you to think about, might be a hasty generalization too, right? So you're going to get two logical fallacies going boom. All right, my time is about up. I can talk about this forever, but I hope you enjoyed the logical fallacies this week. I'll be popping in. I'm going to come back and talk to you a little bit about the discussion board this week here in a minute, and then we'll enjoy this week. So you guys stay safe, stay awesome.